How is it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my Russell Athletic Bowl recap video. Louisville absolutely demolishes Miami 36-9 in an absolute blowout. I'm not even sure if 36-9 really represents how big of a blowout this game was. This was a great way, hypothetically, for Teddy Bridgewater to go out and end his career as a collegiate football player. Because all indications, we believe, he'll be the first quarterback taken in the NFL draft. He's going to leave, and he's been a heck of a player. I've admired him throughout the process. He's been an absolute great player. He's gone through adversity in a great way to potentially end his career by breaking his career high in passing yards in this game. We thought it was going to be kind of a tough test. Louisville did. Thought it was going to be a close game early on. I mean, nobody was doing anything for the first 4 minutes. And then Miami forces them to a safety, tackle Bridgewater in the end zone, and from then on, Louisville went on a 36-0 run. 36-0. If I'm not mistaken, did Louisville score after that? No. Yep, it was a 36-0 run. And they scored 36 points for 4 straight quarters, and then about 6-7 minutes into the fourth quarter, Miami scored another touchdown. Stephen Morris threw a touchdown pass, if I'm not mistaken. But actually no, Edwards ran the touchdown. My fault. But yeah, this game was. But as well as Teddy Bridgewater played, you have to give a ton of credit to the defense. Miami could not do anything on offense. Nothing. It's not like they were getting a ton of turnovers. There was only one turnover this whole entire game. Only one fumble loss for Miami, and they held Miami to 174 yards. For 4 quarters, they held them to, it wasn't even the defense's fault. The defense pretty much laid a shutout throughout about 3.5 quarters. They played lights out. And this is a pretty good Miami team. Yeah, they're without Duke Johnson, the best player. So it was a decent Miami team, a good Miami team, I would say. And they held them to 174 yards. They held them to 14 yards rushing. 14, and a lot of that I know was because of the sacks, but they were getting to the quarterback all day. Louisville's blitzes were so well disguised. Absolutely beautiful play calling by their defensive coordinator. Just a great game by both sides of the ball, and just an absolute dominating performance from Louisville. Like I said, we thought it was going to be a close game after that safety. Thought that Louisville was going to be in for a dogfight, but they came out strong. Teddy Bridgewater, I believe this for last couple years, he's been the best quarterback in college football. He's an absolute beast. I see all these forums after a couple of their games. And yeah, they've had some close games against teams they probably should have blown out. And all these forums say Teddy Bridgewater is a joke. Why is he so? I don't understand why he's rated the highest quarterback in the draft. He has a noodle of an arm. People that say that's an absolute idiot. I've studied Teddy Bridgewater. I actually wrote a couple papers on him this last semester in college. A couple evaluation essays on him. Because I really do fully believe he's been the best. He's going to be the best quarterback in the NFL for the past. That's maybe. I really think he's gonna. I know this is so much pressure to put on somebody with this assessment, but I really do think he's gonna be right up there. Well, at a point in his career, he's gonna be just as good as the Tom Brady's and Peyton Manning's, etc. That's how highly I think of Teddy Bridgewater. His football IQ is off the charts. He has a strong arm. He's accurate. He's athletic, more athletic than our Brady or Peyton Manning. He has the Peyton Manning IQ, the Tom Brady accuracy, and maybe that the one knock on maybe doesn't have the strongest arm, but he makes beautiful decisions, and he's more athletic than either of them. Maybe an athletic, maybe like a Ben Roethlisberger type, but dude's an absolute beast, and I can't say enough about him. But you got to give him a ton of credit to the defense in this game. They played lights out. Lights out. How about that catch from Devontae Parker? That was a beautiful touchdown catch. But yeah, man. Final stats. Miami. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Speaking of the defense, Miami did not convert a third down the whole entire game. 0 for 11 on third downs. Louisville was 8 of 14. 554 total yards for Louisville. 174 for Miami. 447 passing yards for Louisville. 160 for Miami. 107 rushing yards from Louisville, 14 for Miami. From both quarterbacks, Stephen Morris was 12 of 27, 160 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Teddy Bridgewater, 35 of 45, 447, 3 touchdowns, no picks. like I said, he broke his career single game passing record in this game, and I think that's the reason they had him in so late. This is gonna be his last game. He wanted to leave it all on the field. He wanted to. I mean, it's not selfish. I mean, he's gave Louisville everything he's had. He's brought them through some of the best years they've had in a long time. He deserved to break some records. Um, and yeah. Running the football, Edwards had 38 and 1 touchdown. Crawford had 35. Uh, let's see, is a combination of Bridgewater, Brown, and Perry. Perry 46 yards. Brown had 42 and Bridgewater 24 on the ground. Devontae Parker and Damian Copeland both had huge games. 142 yards and a touchdown through the air for Parker. 90 through the air for Copeland on 6 catches. Perry had a touchdown and Harris had a touchdown as well. Eli Rogers came next with 38 yards. So, I guess that's it, guys. Just an absolute amazing performance from Teddy Bridgewater and the Louisville defense. Magnificent. What a great season. And you gotta think about this. If they go and beat, you can kind of, when I say this, you gotta kind of think about it. But if Louisville beats Central Florida, hangs on to that lead, you gotta remember they're up by 21 points late in the third quarter. If they don't blow that lead and win that game, they very well could be playing against Florida State in the national championship. How awesome, I believe, that would have been. Yeah, maybe some people would be arguing Auburn should be better, but Louisville's a great team. They played close in some games, probably more due to their struggles on the offensive line, but man, I never would count out Louisville and with Teddy Bridgewater in a bowl game because they come and play lights out every single time. But yeah, if they win that game, they could be very well in the national championship game. And how about this? Speaking of Louisville, if Central Florida beats South Carolina, hangs on to that win, Central Florida could be playing in the national championship. How about that? Central Florida versus Florida State in the national championship. That would have been crazy. But we'll see if that would have been a legitimate claim if how they do in the Fiesta Bowl. But that has been it, guys. Maybe we've just seen Teddy Bridgewater for the last time. Let me know what you thought about this game in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about Teddy Bridgewater and his performance. Let me know what you think about my evaluation on Teddy Bridgewater, and let me know what you think this win means going forward for both teams as a program. I think Miami. I haven't talked about Miami really in a positive way. Don't hang your head. I mean, this is the first time they've been to a bowl game in the last 2 years because of all the sanctions, self-imposed bowl bans. And now that cloud's finally lifted off their head. Finally, and it's much deserved. I mean, Al Golden hasn't done anything wrong. Was put into a bind, and now he's out of it, and he can fully go at his job in every direction, recruiting wise, everything, without the back in your mind having to worry about sanctions. They're bringing in great recruiting classes now, well deserved, and I think they'll be just fine. And this was a successful season, I would say, and Miami will be right back up there next year competing for the ACC, I believe. I mean, 9 wins, that's nothing to be sad about. But that's it, guys. But please leave a like if you haven't already. Make sure to big hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more bowl game recaps. Like I said, if you've been following the channel, you know I'm coming at you with bowl game recaps for every single bowl game this season, just like I did last year. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/S3RTR. And as always, guys, roll tide. Go Sox. Go Titans to you. Have a great day, great night, great holidays. Peace.